When you come to developing Flutter, you might choose one of the three options. The first one is Android Studio, and the second one is VS Code, and another one is the JetBrains IntelliJ IDEA. But most developers choose either VS Code and Android Studio. So in this video, I want to make a quick one, how the differences between the Android Studio and VS Code, the feature between them, especially the shortcut that you might use a lot in the two IDEs. So the first off is about starting a new project, Flutter project. In case you don't have Flutter, I suggest you go watch another video, but usually you have to go to plugin and then browse for the Flutter. Okay, and I assume that you have installed it already for the Android Studio, so just click on that, and then you have four options here. So the first one is Flutter application that you usually do, and just click next, and I will just 1, 2, 3 here for simplicity. And there's nothing special here, just company name and source code, and I uncheck this because I want to use Java here and I want to use it here for iOS. Okay, and finish and let it create the project. So we go to VS Code here. So the same, if you don't have Flutter here, just click on extension and type Flutter and you just install it. So I have already installed, so it's fine for me now. So if you want to create a new project, so you have to use the shortcut Ctrl+Shift+P. Okay, and then you can see the new project here. So click on that and then you give a name. So now I will say Flutter app, maybe 1, 2, 3, the same one, but maybe VS Code for the VS Code. And then you need to choose the folder. So here maybe I will use VS Code project here. Okay, so now you can see the project here, and the first thing you might notice is that you have a lot of code. It's just a template code, and if you want to do something in import, auto import, or something for the extra thing in Android Studio, also in IntelliJ IDEA, the same thing, you press Alt Enter. Okay, and then you can have this nice shortcut here if you want to convert from a stateful widget to the from the stateless widget to a stateful widget. The same thing, like if you want to wrap this with another widget, and you can do the same. Let's do here. Let's say I'll enter here, so you can have a padding, center, something like that. So this is the first shortcut, I'll enter. So we use a lot in Android Studio. And another thing is when you don't understand any widget, so just click here and Control+Q. Okay, and for Mac user is Control+J. Okay, and for Windows just Control+Q, and you can see the nice documentation here. Okay, and if you don't know what is the this and the parameter, I will make a video about that in the future, so make sure you subscribe to my channel now. So these two methods is these two shortcuts are very important. The first one is Alt Enter and Control+Q, and when you run, you just click run like that. Okay, so I have to choose a device. In case you don't have that, you have to create one here. You just click create, but if you don't have your file downloaded, you have to download, so it might take a while here. So for me, if I want to run, just click run like that. Okay, I have choose one. Yeah. Okay. And then let's go back. Let allow it a little bit. Let's go back here. Okay. So now, where is it? I think this one. Yeah. So now you have your Flutter project here, and exactly the same, the code, but the color is very colorful. Actually, you see that, and you see this color. Actually, I have installed one package, I think, extension. Where is it? I think it's the bracket pair colorizer here. So if you don't have that, you just type the bracket pair colorizer. You have a nice color like that. So let's go back here. Okay. And you can have the same or might be similar plugin here in Android Studio as well. You go to setting and then plugin here, and then browse repository here, and you say, I think it's rainbow. Yeah, rainbow bracket here. So I installed it already here. Quite similar. Okay, but different name, different company, and I suggest you need another extension there as well. So it's called bracket, this one, highlight bracket pair. So it will highlight any bracket that you go, because it's very important for Flutter, because you have a nested widget in another one, so you don't know which one you are in. So these two plugin is very important for this. And this one, you don't have highlight here. I try to find one, but let me find again if it is available. Maybe bracket. Yeah, just only this one. So we don't have the highlight. I'm hoping that in the future, extension might be come to VS Code as well. So let's go back to the shortcut combination here. So let me. So if you want to have like Alt Enter here, you just type the Control dot. Okay, you have the same thing. So Control dot. Okay, so this is the important shortcut for VS Code. And if you want to see documentation of any widget, just mouse over like that. So it's very easy here. Okay, and it just go there, and then you have to give it a time here, and then you go like that, and then you can scroll like that. Okay, and more colorful here. So you need only one shortcut for that. But when you come to the running, it's a little bit different here. So let me go here and start debugging. So F5. Okay, so now initializing. So I did not run it from here yet, but it's the same thing. Just click on this one. Okay. Okay, now you see it. It might take a while to start up the project, but when after that you just click save, and anything will just sync to the project. And one thing that VS Code has a problem with this is that if you see the menu here, you have only restart, Control Shift F5, and then stop. But there is another one. You have to go to debug here and then start without debug. So in the Flutter feature, you have two. The first one is hot refresh, and another one, oh no, sorry, what is it? Hot reload and then hot restart. Okay, so hot reload usually when you just press Control S, and then you will have a auto hot reload. But sometimes you want to restart it because you might have many file, like you are in the second one and then you want to see if the data really sent from the first one, so you have to restart. But there is no restart here in this button. You have to go to here and then start without debugging. This is the correct one, and there is no here. Okay, there is no button here. So I suggest that if you have a struggle that you change the data and then nothing happened, you have to go to debug and then Control F5. But for the shortcut, usually Control F5 here. The F5 usually has a this problem with the key, because they want to minimize the key. So you have to press Control F5 with the FN as well. So, okay. So this is the common problem for the VS Code user. For the Android Studio, it's a little bit better because you can have Control backslash. So Control backslash for the reload, and then Control Shift backslash for the restart. So you have like a very near key to each other. So for the Android Studio, just Control S and Control backslash, the same thing. Always, whenever you save, then you hit the hot reload automatically. But you want to see the restart, then Control Shift backslash. And if you want to really start from the beginning, you just click on this again. Now there is no play icon because I already play from here. But if you want to like start the app from the beginning, click on this one, or you can just go and see the shortcut is Shift F10, and again you have to click the Shift FN F10. Okay, and yeah, I think that is the most important part between these two IDE. Another one is something like for me, I personally don't like the VS Code when coming to the suggestion. Let's see if I can have another one here. Let's see, I want to have like a bottom, but sometimes the suggestion is not like, it's not like that. It's very late. So let's say another one. What if I just call now it's fast, but sometimes it's not fast, and it killing me because I cannot see the code. I think it's a problem with my RAM because I have 8 gig of RAM. If you have like 16 gigs of RAM, maybe you don't have any problem, but most computer has only 8 gig, and I always have a problem with the suggestion. For this one, I don't have any problem with that. So anytime I press, it will appear. So let's say bottom. Now navigation dropper, even it's a little bit late than this one, but this one sometimes just like never appear. Okay, so for me, that's why I really like Android Studio. Of course, it's a little bit bigger in the size, but it have I use it for many years and I still love it, so I think I will continue to use it. But for the VS Code, maybe you might encounter that problem, so you can just fix that, or maybe upgrade the RAM. In the future, maybe the speed might be better. Okay, I think I cover the differences between the two. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you like it. And thumb up if you like the video, and if you have any problem, just comment down below. So thank you, and I will see you in the next video.